Here's the video.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back. Inshallah you're all doing well. So I just want to preface by saying, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I used that word correctly. I've been trying to widen my vocabulary, but
She doesn't even know if she's using preface correctly. She's trying to widen her vocabulary. Okay. I'm just a little bit surprised, but not really, because I've heard her speak before, and some of her videos. I'm not a great public speaker, but I know what the words I'm using, what they mean.
we're feeling that
Just
backfired real hard just then. But
I mean,
anyway, I just want to start off by saying,
she's British, right? Alhamdulillah. Okay.
come to this video with an open mind and a genuine desire to seek the truth wherever it may come from, or wherever it may be, or whoever it may come from. Do you know what I mean? Because what I've come to realize is that ultimately that's the only way that you will progress in a positive way and be successful in your religion, is if you are just honest with yourself. Also, something that I found funny, someone made a comment saying that I'm dodgy, and looking at my recent videos and how I talk about Muslims, that they wouldn't be surprised if my next video was titled Why I Left Islam. And I just found that funny because people seem to think that my problems lie with Muslims, and even I've come to realise that my problem is never been with Muslims. If you're following the Quran and Sunnah, like...
Okay, so she says, also, sisters that advise me to expose names. There's only so much I can do alone. It's not enough to just tell me to expose by name, but yourselves are too afraid or relocated to do the same. Was that just a spelling error? She chose the wrong word there. They're too relocated. I don't understand what she's trying to say. Remember, you are doing it with the luxury of anonymity. I am not. So if you find it difficult, well, that's great. I mean, if she wanted anonymity, she wouldn't have gone and made a YouTube channel. I feel this support is needed, inshallah. For the protection of future sisters, we need to come together and be open with one another in our experiences and who it involved, inshallah. Right. Of course, this is from February 24th, 2018. Oops, where is this going? I'll just continue. Sorry for the interruption. It says Amani Noor. Oh, I totally left the... Oops, just a sec. Okay, going back. There we are.
Sunnah, like, bro, you're my sister in Islam, you're my brother in Islam. Do you know what I mean? Well, what can I say to someone who follows the Quran and Sunnah? Like, if I said anything about that, I'd be the one in the wrong. Like, do you know what I mean? Where my problem lies is with these Madkhali Saudi Salafi dogs that twist and turn the religion.
Okay, who's teaching her all this vocabulary in Arabic and she doesn't even know how to spell or speak English properly?
And are very deceitful in the way that they give dawah, and they're...
She knows how to spell Murjia, dogs. Murjia. But she doesn't know how to spell, I don't know, relocated, what it means, or, you know. I think some of these words she says preserve and genuinely feel the pain. So, I mean, she knows some English. Good for her. Anonymity. I'm just a bit being too judgmental, am I? I don't know. Actually, I'm just wondering why does she know, where does she get her vocabulary in Arabic from? Who is she speaking with? Who does she study with somebody?
Warped interpretation of the deen.
Damaging effects.
The way I see the role and the position that these Dawah people have is that they are, they're not the only source of learning the deen, but they do play a huge role in how a lot of people learn their deen. Do you know what I mean? And how a lot of people gain knowledge is relying on their knowledge. So whatever they're told by them, they take as truth. Do you know what I mean? So if they're not given the proper Islam, then you're not going to have the proper Islam, because they're the ones you're getting your Islam from.
Sure.
And that's why it's so important to seek knowledge in the correct way. I'm not saying I know the correct way, but that's not really for me to say. But
she doesn't know. She doesn't know what the correct way to seek knowledge is. Okay. Try a proper classroom with real teachers. Like, maybe you don't want to go to Oxford now, but you can study with, and get a real degree somewhere. There are actually degrees. I don't know what UK has, but other countries have Islamic universities. We have here.
Yeah, because like I said, the way I see them is like, the news, like BBC, Sky, Al Jazeera or whatever, you only know what they tell you. Do you know what I mean? And if you don't take it upon yourself to do extra research on a topic that was mentioned, or to look at other outlets of news or media, you only know what they tell you. So we all know media and news play a huge role in how we think and how we look at certain subjects or people, because we get the information from them. And likewise,
right. That's true.
Salafi, they don't even deserve to be called Salafis. They don't deserve to be associated with that word.
Okay, see, we don't know who she's talking about. She just keeps throwing out these labels, these Salafis, these Dawah guys, and she had one bad marriage experience. It was just an experience. She should get on with it, her life. This was closer to that experience than she is now. Now she's a bit further away from it. Maybe things will improve for her, and she'll be able to learn more and start studying, maybe in a proper classroom or something, and benefit from that. And then other people can benefit from her, because I find her videos, her comments, very negative a lot of the time. I just hear like some of the videos, she's talking about hate and making takfir and hate and hate and hate. It's like, and she turned that hadith upside down. Instead of reading the hadith the way it was and presenting it that way, she flipped it and made it into these steps that you have to take to make takfir on people, instead of just giving the hadith the way it was presented originally. So that if you're weak in faith, yes, you can hate something in your heart, and then if you're strong in faith, you could actually go out and fight and make jihad to protect people from oppressors. Okay? And of course there are prerequisites to doing that, which I'm not going to get into. I'm not going to talk about jihad here or anything. I'm saying that she didn't present that hadith properly, and that's one of the big problems I had with her video.
So we'll just call them for what they are, which is madkhali, murji'a, whatever, take your pick. If you only take your religion from them, I would personally suggest that's not the smartest thing to do, okay? Because they do warp the religion.
I haven't exposed my name.
But yeah, anyway, in the wake of my most recent video, I got an influx of messages from beautiful sisters that, by the way, can I just say, I literally, like, if I think about it too much, like, I will cry, just for the sheer fact of the amount of love and support that I've received from my Muslim sisters, and that just brings me so much joy in my heart, because that's that real-ish, like, that's that sisterhood that we need to have. Do do you know what I mean, for each other. It brings me so much sadness, and but inshallah, good will come of it.
Oh,
and
she's talking about the stories. Yeah, okay.
like of my most recent video, I got it influenced.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip this. So I'll pause here.
Person by name and stuff, but I purposely and very deliberately just chose not to name any names, because the last thing I want is to give these people an opportunity or an excuse to try and doubt my intentions in making that video, because I fear, and I would highly suggest that if I was to mention names, it can very easily come across as, I'm trying to get revenge, or I'm just doing it to get back at him or something like that, and that was never the case. Like I said in the video, never in the making of that video, I didn't want retribution or out of it or any sort of justice or someone to come to my savior, and that's not what
someone to come to my savior. To my rescue, she means, right?
I wanted. I don't care for me and my situation. I'm letting Allah deal with that person and the evil that was within that situation.
You could slow down. You could think about what you want to say a little bit. If you're making videos, I know I do, and I don't really like the videos in the end, but I post them because that's what I'm doing here, right? But if everybody had time to edit everything and so on. Salafi Dawah spreading, and it's blessed by Allah with or without you, right? Because people have to know what Salafi means, okay? Salafi is not some psycho person killing people, okay? Salafa Salih is the righteous people, but now it's used as a label to hate on Muslims, right? You're thinking about your sister in a horrible way and refuse to admit the truth. Allah stands with the truth, and she's telling the truth, you admit or not. What is the truth? When was I there? No, can I confirm it? No, we are followers of Quran and Hadith. All you who believe, if an evildoer comes to you with a report, look carefully into it, lest you harm people in ignorance, and be sorry for what you have done. Someone has done her wrong, maybe Allah knows, but she is labeling people madkhali. Sheikh never said to do taqleed. How can she say that? We never follow anyone blindly. We follow Quran and the authentic Hadith. If any Sheikh brings something from outside this, we will reject it no matter who he is. Plus she said, I'm only gonna quote Quran, Hadith and the Sahaba in her video. And she goes on and quotes our noble Sheikhs Ibn Qayyim and Ibn Taymiyyah. Since when did they become Sahaba? I'm done. May Allah protect us from fitnas like this one. And someone else said that she cherry picks quotes, to make it look like whatever. And I said she turned that one hadith upside down, just to suit her purpose. She doesn't know what she's talking about. The Salafi Dawah is cancer upon the Ummah. And because people don't know what Salafi means. It's just a label now, and it means something bad, whereas before it didn't. Okay.
Sole purpose, and Allah's my witness, and like I said, you have to believe it based on how I dealt with the video. I genuinely believe I dealt with it in a very, as much as I could, in a very emotionally detached, diplomatic way, because at the end of the day, I could have said so much stuff. Like people comment, oh, Marnie, I'm so sorry for what you went through. That wasn't even like a fingernail's worth of what I went through, less than 1%. There's so much stuff that I could have said, but I refrained because...
Okay, it's good she refrained. I think that's better. Allah guide her, Allah bless her. Smart people know they have more to learn. True, I agree with that. I appreciate you posting this, sister. Mashallah, you are speaking your truth, and don't let anyone make you feel like you shouldn't speak the truth. Alhamdulillah, this is really inspiring. How is she speaking truth? LOL, she doesn't know anything about Islam. Please keep away from following Google, Sheikh, and go to real scholars who have studied Islam for years. Yeah, I have to agree with that. I think Amani Noor thinks that she's speaking the truth. Okay. And I'm sure she's speaking the truth about some things, like what happened to her. But when she starts labeling people, I just think that's wrong. Someone says, look at the state of KSA, no blessings there. Well, how do you know? Do you even live there? Whatever. God. LOL, Salafi Madkhali Dawah is on the decline. Your Saudi backers have moved on to something worse, liberalism. Okay. Salafism is misguidance. They call you to worship pagan rulers. Anyway. I'll go back to this video.
You know,
This is from March 28th. Whoa, okay, just a second.
So, who better knows the recipe of how to be the best versions of ourselves? You know, forget those superheroes that you see on cartoons or films or whatever. To be a pious Muslim that follows the Quran and Sunnah, not just claims, but actually practically follows the Quran and Sunnah, is what it really means to be superhuman, because you are the best of the best of creation. You're at the pinnacle of humanness. So when you see those who put themselves in a position of learning the deen, propagating the deen, teaching the deen, yet their behavior isn't in accordance to that, know that the reason being is because of their corrupt hearts and not because of the religion that they claim to follow. Because what we have to understand is, at the end of the day, that's all it is, a claim. Anyone can claim to be anything. I can claim to be a rabbit because perhaps I like the look of the benefits and perks that come with being a rabbit. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I love carrots, and I know by being a rabbit or claiming that I'm a rabbit, I can get carrots in abundance. And I know that example is a bit far out, but the principle's still there. And the point is to understand and realize why people pretend to be something that they're not. So just like how I claimed to be a rabbit, though I wasn't, but I did it because I liked the look of the benefits that come with being a rabbit.